Welcome back to Throwback ThorsDay. This episode is all about sharks. For Shark Week, let's put the hammer down on those fiendish Predacons and see how well they swim with Cybershark lurking in the water. Now, Cybershark is a Maximal. He is pretty much one of the characters that they did for the toy line that was not in the show in any of the seasons of Beast Wars. Now, Cybershark's function is ocean attack. Upon finding the enemy, Cybershark launches his robotic hammerhead to knock him out cold, then finishes the job in robot mode by filleting his prey with his switchblade tail. That's a little grim. But when you're dealing with Predacons, there's no option B. They just gotta be dealt with. Unless you're Waspinator, then you'll just get put back together. So, since it's Shark Week, let me give you some shark facts about the Hammerhead Shark, which is Cybershark's alt mode. Hammerhead sharks are from a family known as the Symphidae, named for the very distinctive and unusual structure of their heads, which are in a flattened and laterally extended hammerhead shape called a symphofoil. They're from the Animalia kingdom. They're aggressive hunters, feed on smaller fish, octopuses, squid, and crustaceans. They don't seek out humans to prey on actively, but are very defensive and will attack when provoked. The Great Hammerhead Shark is, the Great Hammerhead Shark is the largest of all 9 hammerhead species. The longest Great Hammerhead Shark ever recorded was 20 feet. That's one big shark. That's pretty big. That's 20 feet long, again. And the heaviest Great Hammerhead Shark ever recorded was 991 pounds. That's 450 kilograms. That's pretty heavy. So he's a long boy, but he's also a thick boy. Their species lifespan is 20 to 30 years. Scientists age sharks by counting the rings on their vertebrae. So there's some cool little shark facts for all of you. Now let's get on to the actual figure. And I have it on the stand because I thought it looked pretty nifty. So, as you can see, the paint applications are okay. And they're okay for the fact that if you hadn't seen my short talking about quality control problems, which I'm not trying to make this whole video about quality control problems, but they do exist. There is paint scuffs on him, and right along there, and it's not a big deal. It is not. But that's something I wanted to point out while talking about paint applications. The paint that they used for him is this very, really nice, reflective, almost glossy-like navy blue. And it really stands out. It looks really good. His eyes are painted red. No. Sharks. And his teeth are painted silver, because he's a cybershark. And unless he's a very wealthy shark, then maybe he, could have gold teeth. Or if he's a hip-hop musician. Yeah, so, it's good. There's the other side. Almost like an off beige white that they used. And it looks like it's already pre-yellowing white plastic. And I'm pretty sure that's close to what the original... Because this is a reissue. It's not the original, but I never had Cybershark growing up. I had some of the original Beast Wars. I didn't have all of them, but with adult money, you can change that. Yeah. So I mean, this is him. Now he does have an attack mode. So if you press on this tab right here, it shoots off, and you see this very robotic shark head with a gun for his eye. And yeah, it's good enough for me. There's paint scuffage, but realistically, it's not a big deal. But sharks are a big deal, and we have to do our best to preserve future generations to enjoy such magnificent and just absolutely radical beast out there in the ocean. And there is the Hammerhead Projectile. Now, I've seen some people talk about this. I think they toned down the projectile weapons on some of these reissues. They don't seem to they don't seem to function as strong as the originals do. So, yeah, his fins can be articulated. They are on a ball joint, so you can get some really good, poses. They even give him his gills. Yeah, and, it's a good piece. It's a very good piece to have. Especially if you're trying to get back a really cool Beast Wars collection that you may or may not have lost growing up. These reissues are outstanding. They do have quality issues, but nonetheless, it's very nostalgic. We're at the point in time where the Beast Wars are now part of that almost G1-esque nostalgia, because there's a whole generation of Transformers fans who experienced Beast Wars. In fact, for most, especially for my generation, this was our first exposure to the world of the Transformers. You have your G1 fans, more into the, early 90s. You had, your G2 fans, and then when they were doing the Machine Wars, which is that's a whole other topic. When they introduced Beast Wars, at first, it was kind of a turnoff to a lot of the G1 fans, but when the show came out, they warmed up to it for the most part, because it's like, oh hey, this is related to Generation 1. This is related to the events that took place prior to the beginning of Generation 1. With the Ark being on Earth, with them being on Earth the whole time. Because if you don't know, up to when the Vok were brought up, the Maximals and Predacons had no idea what planet they were on, and they had no idea that it was Earth. And, well, Earth is a very touchy subject in their time in the future. Because, well, that's kind of where the Great War took a very large turning point, thanks to the help of the human race and their ally with the Autobots. So, yeah, let me get into the robot mode, and we will go over that. Now, here we have him in his robot mode, and it is quite a menacing character. The figure looks great. Mind its age. gotta kind of keep that in mind. It's good. It is good. I really enjoy the red, almost the off maroon red they used on the inside, like if it was like flesh, and there's its like really good molding on the inside, almost like if it was almost like a kind of rib. So yeah, that's really good. You got little tiny molded in details on those little back wing bits. The head, I must say the head is really cool. I like the mouth. It reminds me of something that like the old Ninja Turtle toys would have had. Having like a villain or one of the heroes that might look, more on the aggressive side. Nice red painted eyes, white teeth. And he's got some more of that really cool, reflective, shiny blue paint spotted throughout the top of his head. He's got a fin, so, when he's in his robot mode, he still looks like some kind of hybrid shark beast. Now, he does have ball joints for his shoulders, so you can, get some good articulation out of it. Does have a swivel and some really good swiveling going on. He's got molded in fingers and thumbs into a shape of a fist, and he's got some really good molded details throughout his arm. His legs, you can get some posability out of the foot at the ankle, but it's for transformation. But there's even molded in details on the foot. The lower part of his leg's pretty well done, and I like the fins on the front. They act kind of like a hook, so he can really knee someone pretty gnarly. His leg articulation, he can go about that far out to the side, and well, at the knee, he can bend. There we go. He can bend at the knee, goes about that far. His leg articulation's hindered due to this bit, but if you flip it up like this, you can also activate his projectile weapon there. And that's not the only thing, but wait, there's more. On the back side, right here, there's 2 missiles. You can pop them out. They just come out right there. Take a seat. Sit a while. I do like... Here we go. It's really hard to tell. For some reason I just want to focus. They're little shark heads on these missiles. There's the gills, the teeth, the eye with a Ninja Turtle looking eye. That's the best way I can describe it. Yeah, so he's got little shark missiles. And, well, you can also launch them out. Now, we'll pop it right in. Okay, here we go. Get him in the good old frame. That tends to launch better than the Hammerhead missile. That's primarily just for his shark mode as a weapon. But it's cool that you can get some pretty good range on these little missiles. There we go. He can take down the Predacons and also poachers. We don't like poachers. There's a good way to hunt, and there's a bad way to hunt. You poach, you're on the bad list. Poaching Predacons. Well, you can poach Predacons all you want, because they're... No, let's just say they deserve... Let's see. Oh, now, there we go. And if you really want to, plug that back in. And he can also use them as batons, nightsticks. So he can take down some crime like Nightwing, but in the water and not Gotham. Another cool little thing, too, is, let's take his beaten sticks out, is his tail fin is a weapon. Now, here we go. And one thing, if you saw my short that I made, I'll point something out to you in just a moment. So, this is his, tail. There's a little switch right here. And it activates his switchblade that he talks about using on those awful Predacons. So this little bit right here just turns up, and it's got the same peg size that his hand holes are. So he can use it to give those Decepticons a chopping. Right here. This is the issue I talked about in my short. The plastic was cracked on it while it was in the package. So when transforming this for the first time, because I've never even held one in my hand before, I was very nervous, but it held together. I thought the stability of the plastic was going to be kind of what's the word to use? Very sketchy, but it wasn't. Everything is pretty solid. So he can hold that in his hand, and he can start cutting into the crime of the Predacons and all those humans who align themselves with the Predacons. So there we go. Articulation again was really good. Paint apps, for what you have on them, pretty good. Weapons and accessories, pretty cool. I like how the missiles are little shark heads, and his tail becomes a pretty gnarly looking weapon. And again, I mean, he did the splits. Rob Van Dam. It's pretty cool. It's got like little. It's almost kind of like a little serrated blade with teeth. So I'm assuming that's what they're going for. Is it looks like a shark's head also in that mode. And if you really want to, you can have the blade in his shark mode. So I mean, it gives him a very gnarly looking battle ready fish brawler. So let me know in the comments what you think about this figure. First of all, thanks for watching. Liking, commenting, and subscribing would be very appreciated. Tune in to Shark Week on the Animal Planet. I'm not sponsored by him or anything, but it's a lot of cool stuff. It reminds me of when I was a kid. So it got me into, wanting to learn more about animals. And, Shark Week is a good opportunity for you to learn some stuff about sharks that you may not have known. And the plethora of different sharks that are out there. It's a pretty cool world we live in. We just gotta, do our best to, help take care of Mother Gaia. And, take care of everything. It's our turn, and for future generations, we got to do our best to protect and preserve the planet and all those that live on it and the planet itself. And hey, if you want some more of the Beastman's realm, you can follow me on my social medias. You can follow me on Instagram at The Mighty Beastman. and also on Twitter at the Mighty Beastman. And remember, just keep on swimming. Till next time. Bye.